Hi YouTube family, my name is Elysia English and welcome back to my channel. Valentine's is just around the corner, and since many of us are staying home, I thought it was the perfect year to make handmade Valentine's gifts. These are great ideas, many of which of the supplies you can find around your very own home. Lots of these are even upcycled. We're gonna work on several projects, so get ready, let's go. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, follow along on lots of creative DIYs you can find on my channel. For this first DIY, all you need is an upcycled gift box. It doesn't really matter what color because you can decorate it. Some thin pieces of wood or cardboard even works, or even cardstock, a pair of scissors, some white glue, a marker, and a paintbrush. And then you want to print out some of your favorite pictures. And since we're staying home, I didn't go and print actual photographs. I just printed some from my printer on my computer at home. So the first thing I'm going to do is sand my little pieces of wood because I haven't done that yet. But what you want to do is cut a piece of wood or your cardboard to the size of what will fit into your box. The idea of this is that you're kind of making your own little Polaroid picture. So since Polaroid pictures are kind of a thing from the past, they have a vintage vibe and they look super cute in decor. And so we're going to cut out our photos and make this look like little Polaroids, and you could write your memory of that photo on the bottom, and then they'll be able to go and be stored almost like a little flip catalog in the box. Super cute idea for lots of photographs. And since my Valentine, Philip, and I have been together for almost 20 years, we have lots of memorable pictures to file, and some of them are our favorites, which is what I selected today. So I'm going to give this a light sanding. So I'm just using the piece of my little thin wood here, and I'm going to put it over top of my picture so that I can trace the shape. And what I'm going to do is actually make my photograph a lot shorter, leaving an empty bar at the bottom so that this will look like a Polaroid, how it has the white bar along the bottom. So I just made a little line, and I'm gonna do that with all of my shapes and cut out my photograph.
Love that photograph.
We were, I think, about 20 in this picture.
Maybe younger.
Maybe younger. Cut out all the corners, and I've cut this a little shorter, and then I'll be able to gauge if I want to make it shorter or not, but I didn't want to cut too much and have to reprint it. Yeah, so I want to cut the sides a little bit more narrow. So once you have the first one how you want it, then what you can do is trace this same shape on your next selections of photos. So the idea here is that this will get glued on, and I have room at the bottom to be able to make my little message. Ooh, how old are we here? So I'm just tracing the photo that I just made because I know that was my perfect shape that I wanted. I decided to do black and white photos, but you can do whatever. If you want to do colored, you can do that, or if you have access to printing better quality than I have here at home. And then I'm just going to use a little bit of school glue. You can water this down a little tiny bit if you want to, or you can just use it straight. And I'm going to use a paintbrush. I don't need to use too much glue. Glue in the back and glue it to my Polaroid picture shape. Oh, I just cannot be trusted with glue. I already have it all over the table. Then what I'm gonna do is add a cute little memory. So this was Philip and I fishing at the cabin back in 2002. So I'm just gonna write fishing at the cabin 2002. Super cute little Polaroid picture. I'm going to make several of these and fill up my box. And now they're a cute little bookshelf store filing cabinet for your photographs. You can take them out and look at them as a keepsake in a cute little box. You can decorate your box however you want. And then I thought it would be really cute to cut out a cute heart that said maybe memories filled with love, or some cute little Valentine's quote on it, and give it as a gift. How cute is that? Super easy. You can just use things you already have around the house. I'm sure you have some Christmas boxes that you could upcycle, and some scrap cardboard, and a printer to print off some photos. For DIY number 2, you're going to need a hot glue gun, a pair of scissors, some Valentine treats, cute little cardstock Valentines, and you need some of these cleaning chamois. I think they're microfiber. You can get these at pretty much any hardware store or even at the dollar store. Oh, and some fluff. Almost forgot the fluff part. First thing I'm gonna do is just cut off all of the tags so that they don't get in our way. I'm going to make these double-sided or reversible. You can use one color if you want, but since I'm limited to the number of colors of each that I have, I'm going to multitask this. First thing you're going to do is fold one of them in half, and you're going to cut a heart. You want to keep it a little bit bigger than you actually want the heart shape to be. So I'm just going to freehand this as best as I can.
3 hours later.
Apparently these are not the new ones. Check my heart shape. Super cute. Touch it up a little bit. I'm going to make another heart exactly the same. I have 2 matching. And then another one. Another one. And another one.
Would be easier if I just found you the other scissors.
Probably. These are clearly the ones I used for the jackknife gift.
Yeah.
Jack, otherwise known as Scissor Killer.
AKA the Think Couch.
The Think Couch. Would like my front to be yellow. My back can be purple. And then I want to actually cut this. I'm gonna cut the peaks off the top. So I think I'll cut it in half. Okay, I'm gonna set my top and bottom aside and I'm going to make just a little hem. I guess they're both the same on both sides, so it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna make a little hem all the way across the top, just so I can make a nice seam there without burning myself. I'm going to glue it over. If you want to use a sewing machine for this, you can, but I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible since it's just something that you use for one day. All right, so now I have that hem nicely on the side, covered in glue. And I'm going to put this inside. So this is my bottom. This is going to go inside, and this is going to go on top. So I'm going to glue all of this together. I'm going to leave a space at the bottom so that I can put my fluff in. So I'm gonna bead hot glue all the way around, gluing this to that, and put it all together like we're making a little pillow. Inside right should give me a heart with a pocket on the front. Now I'm going to add some stuffing in it, and then I'll be able to close up this side, making a cute little pillow covered in microfiber. Little pieces from the edge. I look like I've been confettied.
Is it cushiony enough?
I know, right? I'm like, how much should I put in? I wanted it to be pillowy. All right, and then I'm going to close up this hole that I have using the hot glue and then fold it together. Manipulate your fluff. Right, so now you have this super cute double-sided colored Valentine's pillow. If you wanted to stitch your child's name or someone's name across the front, but I thought this would be super cute to put on my boys' beds for Valentine's. So then I also have a couple really cute Valentines, so you could stick your Valentines in like this. And I have some of my kids' favorite treats to be able to put into some little baggies to put in, since they will be getting treats from their friends this year. Since they won't be actually at school to receive any treats, I thought this would be really cute. So I'm going to put a couple little treats in each of the baggies and stick it in their little pockets. You could even put a little gift in here or a little love note or something and make it in multiple colors, so you have some for everyone in your family. Oh, these are the cute ones with the little sayings on them. So fill it with treats, and then you can stick it into your little pocket Valentine's pillow. Cute to put on their bed. Our third DIY is super easy, and all you need is a couple of these square cube blocks. You can pick these up at the craft store, dollar store, or even cut them with scrap wood you have around the house. Or again, you can just cut cardboard squares. That works just as well for this idea. I printed a picture of my Valentines. I have my 2 boys and my husband Philip. This is one of my favorite pictures of the boys fishing. And so I wanted to make a cute coffee table puzzle that we could gift them and then have sit out on the coffee table all year round, which is why I picked a picture of something that we do as a family, not something that would be specific for Valentine's, so that this gift could stay out all year round. And so I'm going to actually measure these, and I already pre-measured them to 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. I've done 12 of my little, or sorry, 16 of my little squares. I know that my puzzle shape is going to be 6 inches by 6 inches. And so I'm going to use my photograph and make a grid of a whole bunch of the 1.5 inch squares, measuring 6 by 6 inches across my image, which gets all my boys in perfectly in this photograph. So using my ruler, I'm going to map it out. 6 by 6 this way, not to cut off any of their heads. And the first thing I'm going to do is cut out my 6 by 6 inch square, and then I will be able to cut it into the grid. So then I'm going to measure 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches, all the way across. So now that I have cut my family into pieces, I'm going to take each of the squares and glue on the little image square that's there onto the puzzle piece. You could really make these little puzzle pieces any shape. I thought triangles would be super cute, but I didn't get too overzealous with it. You want to make sure that even the corners have a lot of glue on them. That way the corners won't peel up while you manipulate it to do the puzzle. And then you're going to glue on your little square. Really?
Can I help?
Yes. Yeah, and then this one goes where here? Where does that go? Down there?
The top of our heads.
Okay, this must be Dane's coat there. Where's that going? No, that doesn't go there.
Here. One on my head.
Whose shoulders is yours? And you got a cute little guy here. There we go. We did it! Super cute. Adorable. Cutest coffee table puzzle ever. You can scramble it up and have your family work on it as it sits as a cute little accent in the room. And keep it out all year round because it wasn't a Valentine's specific picture. It's just pictures of my loves at my family. So let's go on to number 4. For DIY number 4, you're going to need a little knockoff Jenga, or you can even find these at the thrift store. I just wanted to have this be a super inexpensive project, and so I actually didn't buy real Jenga. I just bought, these are called tumbling towers. They're only $2. They're actually a smaller version than all of the pieces that you get with a real Jenga game. Thrift stores are your friend when looking for these. So it comes with all these cute little sleeves that you can use. I'm going to unpackage this up. So for this DIY, you're just going to need these little blocks. You're going to need a black Sharpie marker and some Valentine's Crayola marker colors. So this DIY is super simple. You might even want to get some ideas from your family on reasons why you love each other to be able to write the messages on each of the Jenga blocks inside. So once they're actually joined together, you can't see the messages, but as you remove each of the blocks, you will get a special Valentine's message. And I thought it would be fun to color the ends of all of the blocks with Valentine's colors so they all looked different, just giving it that Valentine's vibe. So I'm gonna get coloring.
Oh, baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh,
What should I write?
shine like gold.
The reason why you love us. I have lots of coloring to do, but you guys get the point that as you build your Jenga with all of the Valentine's colors, if it's someone's turn and they get to actually remove the block, oh, I wanted to push out this one. Cheating, you would be able to remove your block, and then on it, it would say a Valentine's message. So this one says you are loved. So you would think of as many reasons why you love your family. You could leave a few blank if you really wanted to, but this is a super fun game that you can play with your family for the month of February. DIY number 5 is so easy. It's the easiest of all, and what you need is an actual picture frame. Doesn't really matter what type. You just want to make sure that it actually has glass and that you can put something behind it. So you can find these at thrift stores, at the dollar store, or probably around your home, something that you're no longer using. So I'm going to remove the glass because I need to trace the shape. I liked that this was a pink color already for Valentine's. And I actually have a piece of birch tree wallpaper that I'm going to use that was left over from my son's bedroom renovation. And because we love birch trees in our family, I thought this was perfect. I've seen several times before super cute little birch tree cutouts that have the letters that you would carve out your name on a tree. And actually, when Philip and I were much younger, we used to go hiking all the time, and you would always carve our names in trees. And in this one spot we would travel all the time, we have our name in that tree. So I thought it would be super cute to use birch trees on this wallpaper and make sort of a replica of what we have actually out somewhere in nature. And so I'm going to use this wallpaper. If you don't have birch tree wallpaper, you can use scrap of paper, or even just use small lettered printing on your newspapers that come and cut out the shape of a birch tree. Works and looks just the same. I just happen to have this at home right now. So I'm going to trace the shape so that I can cut it out. Sort of. My marker didn't work. I never throw out scraps what I'm using for other DIYs or home renovations, because you never know what you might need them for. So I always keep scraps if I have them. Upcycling has made some of the most amazing DIYs I've ever done, just using items that I already had, not buying anything new, which is what I'm doing now. So now all I'm going to do is put this back once I create a little heart shape that I can put on here, and I'm going to write E plus P, Philip and Elysia. And I'm going to glue it onto the tree. I think just on this side, getting a tiny bit of glue, or a lot of glue in my case. I'm ready to put it between my glass. You want to tape it into your glass, you can, but I think mine will stay pretty well because I am using sort of a shadow box-like frame. My little frame had this little stopper at the top so that the glass can't come back out. So I'm gonna shove that back down in there. And there you go. Super cute little custom sign without having to really do a whole lot, and just using items that I already had around the house. Super cute to put with a couple of cute candles or something on the nightstand, just to give a cute gift for Valentine's Day. I hope that you enjoyed today's DIYs. I always have fun coming up with different things to gift for around all of the different seasons and holidays that we have throughout the year. Making upcycled gifts, especially homemade, makes these much more memorable, and they end up being keepsake items. Not to mention, we get to keep things out of the landfill and use things that we have around the house from thrift stores, or upcycle as many items as we possibly can. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out other creative DIYs on my channel. I know you will love my channel, so join our YouTube family and hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. I hope you have a wonderful start for 2021. I love you, and I'll see you on my next DIY.